Hello again, it's Miss Burlingame, your reading teacher. I'm going to be reading to you some more of this nonfiction book that's very interesting called Bears by Sally Morgan. And we were up to the third section of the book called Beginning Life. A female bear is ready to mate when she reaches 4 to 5 years of age. After mating, she is pregnant for 7 to 8 months. So that means that a pregnant mama bear holds her baby bear in her belly for almost as long as a human does. A newborn bear cub is small. It is about the size of a guinea pig. Cubs are born blind and without fur. They suckle their mother's milk for 6 months before they start to eat solid food. Bear fact: most bear cubs weigh between 7 and 11 ounces. Polar bear cubs are slightly heavier at about 1 to 1.5 pounds. A female bear gives birth to a litter of 1 to 3 cubs. That means 1 to 3 cubs are born at a time. Bear cubs stay close to their mother for the first few months. So here's a picture of a mama bear and her 2 cubs. And there's another picture of the cubs staying very close to mama bear. Dens. Bears that live in cold climates spend the winter in a den. Their cubs are born in the den in the middle of winter. The cubs stay with their mother in the den for 3 months. In early spring, the temperature gets warmer, and the bear leads her cubs outside for the first time. In the Arctic, the female polar bear digs out a hole under the snow, where she gives birth to her cubs. Growing up. When the cubs come out of the den, their mother shows them what foods are good to eat. After 6 months, bear cubs grow their adult teeth. The cubs spend a lot of time playing with each other. The mother growls or grunts at her cubs if they misbehave. If they do not listen to her warnings, she knocks them over with her paw. Bear cubs follow their mother everywhere, learning from everything she does. So here's a picture of Mama Bear and her cubs, and it also shows her big paws and her big claws. Bears can be very playful. Living in territories. Bear cubs stay with their mother for up to 4 years. Then the young bears move away. Adult bears live on their own in one area. This is their territory. The female bear raises her cubs on her own without any help from the male bear. When the young bears leave their mother, they have to find a territory of their own. Polar bear cubs like to play fight. They often stand up like boxers or roll on the ground like wrestlers. Bear fact: most bears live 20 to 30 years in the wild. Brown bears have lived to 47 years of age in zoos. So usually when animals are in the wild, their lifespan, that's how long they're expected to live, is not as long as it would be if that animal were in captivity, which means being cared for by humans, like in a zoo. Zoo bears have their food brought to them, they're cared for, they're given medicine when they're sick, and there's not as many dangers like natural predators, so it's easier for them to live longer lives. Here is a picture of some polar bear cubs play fighting. Who do you think's gonna win? Hunting. Polar bears and brown bears are predators. They have sharp teeth and long claws to grip their prey. The polar bear is a carnivore. It hunts by stalking or by lying in wait for its prey. Sometimes the polar bear will crawl over the ice towards its prey, charging when it is close. At other times, it sits behind a hole in the ice, waiting for a seal to come up to breathe. When the seal comes up, the bear bites the seal and drags it onto the ice. Polar bear cubs learn to hunt by watching their mother. A seal provides enough food to feed a polar bear for about 8 days. So as gruesome as that sounds, bears gotta eat. Fishing for food. Brown bears feed on a variety of food, such as fish, insects, and berries. They are omnivores. That means that they eat both meat and plants, like most humans. In the fall, they fish in rivers. The bears wade into the water and catch salmon as they swim past. The young cubs practice by standing in shallow water trying to catch the salmon. Brown bears grip the slippery salmon in their claws or teeth. Bear facts. A brown bear can eat up to 35 pounds of food each day. Polar bears can catch small whales under the ice. So here's a picture of a brown bear catching a salmon, or at least attempting to. Eating. Brown bears and polar bears have 4 long teeth called canines at the front of their mouth. They use these teeth to grab their prey. They also have large teeth called molars that crush bones and slice through meat. Smaller bears eat a mixed diet of insects, fruit, and honey. The sloth bear breaks open termite nests with its sharp claws and sucks up hundreds of termites. The sun bear spends much of the day in the trees, searching for food. It sticks its tongue into holes to find termites and to lick up honey from bees' nests. The sun bear uses its long tongue to find food. So here's a picture of the sun bear. This long tongue. The giant panda. Ooh, now this is a favorite for lots of kids. Giant pandas are the odd bears out, as they are herbivores. They eat only plants, especially bamboo shoots. They are born with a special bone in their wrists that sticks out. They use this bone, together with their thumbs, to grip bamboo stems. Giant pandas have strong jaws and cheek muscles to crush the thick stalks. Giant pandas spend at least 16 hours a day eating bamboo. Bear fact. As they get older, bears lose their teeth and eventually may starve to death because they can't chew their food. Here's a picture of a giant panda snacking on some bamboo. I'm going to read one more section in this video, and then we'll save some more of the book for next time. So the last section I'm going to read you is about bear senses. Like human babies, bear cubs are born with all their senses and have to learn to use them. Polar bears have the best eyesight and can see well underwater. Most bears are short-sighted. This means they can see things that are close to them very well. For example, food, but they are not very good at seeing things in the distance. A bear's sense of smell is better than its sight. Smell. A bear's sense of smell is better than a human's. Bears rely on their sense of smell to find food, identify their cubs, and find a mate. A good sense of smell allows them to detect and avoid danger in the form of other bears and humans. A polar bear has a very good sense of smell and can detect its prey on the ice many miles away. Bears leave their scent around the edge of their territory to let other bears know they should not enter. Bear fact. Bears have been known to detect a human scent more than 14 hours after the person has walked along a trail. That's more than half a day later. Here's a bear rubbing his scent along this tree. Alright, that's the last section that I'm going to read for now. Just a sneak peek of the next section. The next section is called Moving, and I'll continue reading this in the next video. Bye-bye for now.